to the core. I think the question I'm asking you is,
okay, go ahead.
What is the specific constitutional crime that you're investigating?
Well, we're having an inquiry, so we can do an investigation and control the production of witnesses.
And what is the crime you're investigating?
And documents. High crimes, misdemeanors, and bribery.
What high crime and misdemeanor are you investigating?
Look, I will, once I get time, I will explain what we're looking at, and I will make the equivalency.
No, I'm just asking you
for
the
last impeachment.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say, Mr. Reschenthaler, and again, I say this because I served as a prosecutor during the last impeachment of former President Trump. There was a specific high crime that he was impeached for on a bipartisan basis. 13 Republicans agreed. In 2019, when President Trump was impeached, there were two very specific offenses that he was impeached for. And I can't get an answer. I don't think members of the Oversight Committee could get an answer, or the Ways and Means Committee, or the Judiciary Committee. I don't think there is an answer.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and fear is contagious, but so is hope. Those are the words of Congressman Joe Neguse from Colorado District 2. Neguse is the son of immigrants, and he's not your typical representative.
And of course, it's unsurprising because, according to even Fox News correspondents, House Republicans have been unable to make any kind of connection to a constitutional high crime and misdemeanor and President Biden.
Neguse holds a deeply held belief that people from all walks of life need to speak up and engage in democracy. This conviction motivated him to run for office and champion Colorado values in Washington, D.C. Joe Neguse is loved by his constituents in Colorado because of his tireless efforts to improve his district. When Joe Neguse speaks, his words fill up the room. He can get a crowd excited. He's full of passion. The United States House of Representatives is a better place because of representatives like Neguse.
Well, I would say this, to make the argument that there is some similarity between, and I don't know if this is what you're suggesting, I hope it's not, between the various facts that you've focused and zeroed in on with respect to President Biden and President Trump's conduct on January 6th. It's very clear to me the American people would reject that argument outright.
On Tuesday, during a hearing on an impeachment inquiry into President Biden, Neguse held Pennsylvania Republican Representative Guy Reschenthaler's feet to the fire for answers. When Neguse asked his colleague what specific constitutional crime was committed by Biden that House Republicans were investigating, the GOP representative couldn't come up with a solid answer. What he came up with was the same type of nonsense that James Comer and Rudy Giuliani always argue. They make things up, and when they get confronted, they double down with lies. Well, we're having an inquiry so we can do an investigation. It means that they've got nothing. The Republican agenda isn't about working for the American people. It's about distracting everyone from their pathetic job performance. This House of Representatives under Republican leadership has done nothing. Such horrible job performance hasn't been recorded since the Great Depression. The Republican Party is an embarrassment. There's certainly been a lot of embarrassment that's getting dished out to the GOP jackaloons lately as well. Not only did James Comer get humiliated by Jake Tapper on CNN, but he got double the fun when Hunter Biden showed up on Capitol Hill to call him out. The bottom line is that the Republicans don't have any evidence that would constitute grounds for an impeachment of President Biden. Neguse pointed this out quite effectively, using Donald Trump's 2 impeachments as an example. There were clear crimes that were substantiated in the bipartisan effort to hold Donald Trump accountable. This is not the case with the Republican inquiry. Their impeachment inquiry is a sham. Joe Neguse called it for what it is. The Republican Party can't even lead the one and only branch of government that they control. They haven't done anything for veterans, the poor, or those who struggle with homelessness. The Republican Party claims to be the party of family values, but no matter how hard they try to pretend, they fail miserably. Bearing false witness against your neighbor is one of the commandments that these jackaloons want plastered in schools and public buildings. What a group of hypocrites. Do as I say, not as I do is their favorite Bible verse. The GOP clowns that are pushing for an impeachment inquiry want to abuse power and harass opponents of Donald Trump. They are a pathetic group of sellouts. Joe Neguse is spot on with his assessment, and that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.